Welcome everyone to another Malware Geek review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sophos Home Beta. This is the newest version of Sophos Home. Sophos Home is a free product that was basically purely signature based, included website blocking and known malware protection, but outside of that it really didn't include much. I'm actually running the old version of Sophos Home on my computer. I've been testing it out for a few days. After the failure of Malwarebytes in the test that we did a couple days ago, I really wasn't interested in running Malwarebytes anymore for obvious reasons. So the user interface of Sophos Home is very minimalistic. You basically can start a scan and add exceptions. If you click on Manage My Security, it will take you to their website dashboard, which is right here. Basically allows you to control the status of the anti-malware product, which includes antivirus protection, web filtering, which was in the old version as well. What they've added is CryptoGuard, which is their anti-ransomware technology, which is very exciting. I kind of want to give that a test by itself, but I will do that in a separate video. Webcam protection, safe online banking. They have a history tab up here, which you can view the history of what went on the PC. In your configure tab, they have some parental control options here. You can block websites. You can also configure the antivirus and the advanced settings such as CryptoGuard, which is very nice. I mean, I like the online dashboard. It's very secure. That if you have kids or something like that, you don't want them turning off your anti-malware protection. It's very secure in that aspect. So I'm going to run an update really quick just to make sure that we're not running an out-of-date product, because I don't test out-of-date products. That's not fair. And I have some malicious URLs as usual, about 10 of them. So Sophos is up to date. So my web filter is off. And we're going to test this out and see how well it does. Smart screen filter is also off. So let's put in the first malicious URL, and it is immediately blocked. It's a Trojan. Looks like some kind of JavaScript redirector, and it was blocked by Sophos. Great job there. Here's the next malware link. That one was also caught. I do like their alert system. It's very clean, very neat, just tells you what happened. And I do like their website notification as well. So that one was caught and blocked by Sophos. Okay, this one was also caught. It's a high-risk website, according to Sophos, and it was blocked. Let's try this next malicious URL, 1.exe. Kind of obvious just by the name of the file that it's malware. It's taking a while for these to load, which makes me think that Sophos is checking with the cloud. Of course, that website may also be dead. This one was caught immediately and blocked. Yeah, that one is dead, so we have a dead link here. That's okay. We still have plenty of links. Go.exe. Oh, sure. Right. But it is blocked. You can also tell by the URL, this random IP address. most of those, 99% of those, are malicious. So that one got caught, some sort of a Trojan, and was blocked immediately by the web filter. Sophos has been known to have good website filtering signatures, so this doesn't surprise me. That one was also caught. So let's try this random weird link. And I'm going to save this one on the desktop. I'm going to change it to .exe and execute it. I can already tell it's malware just by the icon. I'm going to bring up the task manager here so we can see it. Potatoes, tourism, arrows, J2ME. Some of the descriptions of these files are just hilarious. It is eating away at our CPU though. Wow. 99% of the CPU there, and it's gone. So we will see if it did any damage after we put this final malware link in. And that one was also blocked. So I'm going to grab Hitman Pro and Zenvana, and we're going to see if this file was able to do any damage to the computer. Because it did make it into memory and it was eating away at the CPU, which makes me think that it's not a clean sheet for Sophos, but we will see. So I will be back when the second opinion scanners are done scanning. Okay, so Hitman Pro finished scanning, and it did find this file is malicious, but I can't seem to find any evidence of the malware doing any kind of damage to the computer. However, I wouldn't necessarily call it a clean sheet because that's not, you know, it could have done damage that neither of these products detected. It's not, it didn't add itself to the startup menu. I did check that. It did not add itself to the startup menu. But I'm not going to call it a clean sheet because that Trojan was eating away at the CPU. So it's making me think that it was doing something malicious in the background. However, it wasn't a bad performance overall. I am going to input one more malicious link since we did have one dead one, just to make it 10 and make it even, you know what I'm saying? So, this random number exe, and it was blocked. So I won't call it a clean sheet, but it did do a good job overall. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a pack of malware and stick it on the desktop, and then we're going to see how many malicious files Sophos can detect, just so we can see the overall detection rate, as well as its zero-day capabilities, which I'm not sure how well it's going to do against unknown malware, but we'll find out. So I'll be back. Okay, so I did put a pack of malware on the desktop. I already started this scan with Sophos. It's already picking things up. In this pack of malware, we have 450 files. It has not touched any of these files. It's just scanning them and picking threats up. So we're going to let it scan. And then when it's done scanning, I will be back and we will see how many is left over after it picks them up and removes them. So I'll be back. Okay, so interesting little side note here. The Sophos Home scanning process and removal process is quite long. It seems very unpolished in terms of its scan speed and its removal speed. Also, when we started with 450 items, there's 223, excuse me, left. However, I did a second scan with Sophos, and it's still picking things up. So I'm kind of curious as to why it didn't remove all the malware when I first started this scan. But it's, as you can see up here in the corner, it's still picking threats up, and hopefully it will clean more of them and get that number down, for a higher detection rate. I want to give it the best chance possible. I don't know why it didn't remove more of the threats than it originally detected. And as you can see, I turned on the real-time protection, was probably one of the reasons it's taking longer, because now the real-time protection is starting to pick up and block these threats. But I want to see if it's going to remove more of the threats from the folder. I did turn off real-time protection to drag the folder on the desktop. In the first scan, I did have it off. I turned it back on. So the scan speed really wasn't that much faster than it was now with the real-time protection off. So I think that's something they do need to work on. But anyways, I'm going to let this finish up here and remove any more threats that it does find. And then we will run these and see if it can prevent them from installing. So anyways, I'll be back. Okay, for some reason, Sophos Home can't seem to remove the remaining threats. It says it removed one threat. Well, it didn't remove any threats, but it's still detecting them, as you can see. So it's going to be really hard for me to get an accurate detection ratio, because for some reason it can't seem to remove the threats. Because it detected 90 more threats, wasn't able to remove them. So I think they need to really work on polishing the scanning and removal process. Some of these may also have been disinfected by Sophos Home. So in that case, if they were, they won't run. So right now, if we just take this raw number, just to give you a number, it's not accurate, I know that, but 223, so 227 out of 450. 50%, a little bit over 50%. That's not an accurate number at all. That doesn't represent what it's detected, because it was still detecting threats, but I don't know why it can't remove them. So its detection ratio is obviously much higher. As you can see, it's still finding things every time I try to access this folder, but for some reason I can't remove them. So I'm just going to try and run a couple of these. If it doesn't remove them, then it doesn't remove them. So, or if it doesn't detect them, then we'll know. So anyways, give me just a second here and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So let's try and run a couple of these, see if they run. Okay, so it's detecting things and blocking them. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to test its unknown malware protection, because it's blocking things, even though and it does seem like when it's handling a lot of malware, I'm noticing that it is slowing down quite a bit. The system is not very responsive, as you can see. So it seems like its resource usage isn't as good as it was, at the beginning of the test, especially when it's handling out a lot of malware. The system becomes very unresponsive. So I'm going to try and run a couple of these and see if they successfully run. If not, I mean, to be honest with you, it's kind of aggravating to me that it can't remove all these threats. That's why all these windows are popping up. It doesn't remove them. It automatically, it tries to clean and then it says it can't remove them. So that's aggravating to me. Database is destroyed. That one was blocked. A lot of these look like they were disinfected by Sophos. Okay. Let's see if we have any malicious software running in memory. Yeah, we have some kind of malware in memory. Yeah, as you can see, the system really slows to a crawl. It seems very unoptimized in terms of its ability to scan malware passively and remove it. It does block it, but its overall ability to remove malware effectively seems to be very unoptimized and very yeah, because the system is just crawling along now. So in that aspect, it's not very good. So all right, I'm going to end this test because I don't think I'm going to be successful in trying to remove this stuff, and I'm not going to sit here and try to remove it one by one by one. So I'm going to delete this folder if I can, and then I'm going to just do a quick scan with Hitman Pro and Zamana, and then we'll call it a day. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this review. In terms of its ability to, you know, block incoming malware and its overall detection rate, I think Sophos Home has a much better detection rate than what was calculated there. Obviously, this is a beta version, so it does have bugs, and it seems very unoptimized at this point, so I would like to see them improve that, definitely. So obviously this, once it's finalized and that sort of stuff, I will test it again. But right now it's scanning. Seems very buggy and slow. It can't seem to remove the threats. Or even detect all the threats when it is scanning. So right now, this is definitely a beta product. It does seem like they're going in the right direction, but like I said, I want to see them improve their overall performance in terms of the optimization. I wasn't really able to test the unknown malware prevention because, I mean, the product is just buggy right now, so those are some improvements they can make, you know, overall optimization and performance under the hood, and I think this will be a good product. So, not going to really give it a grade right now because it is a beta. So, but just some ideas on how they can improve the performance and stuff. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will talk to you later.